You must not do your own research when it comes to science. Don't do it. You're not qualified. An article coming out from Forbes should give you pause on what's actually happening in the world, because it is actually the citizen scientist that has discovered most everything that you know about. And when the mainstream media is telling you to not do your own research, then we have a very big problem. Let's hear what they say. It says, this is the simple scenario. Research both sides. Make up your own mind. It's simple, straightforward, common sense advice. And when it comes to issues like vaccinations, climate change, and the novel coronavirus, it can be dangerous, destructive, and even deadly. Well, just like every mainstream media piece, we can break down that opening sentence ad infinitum. In fact, the techniques that most of us use to navigate most of our decisions in life, gathering information, evaluating it based on what we know, and choosing a course of action, can lead to spectacular failures when it comes to a scientific matter, according to this article. But I posit in this podcast that this narrative is simply one to scare you and to keep you away from finding out what's actually going on. In fact, at citizenscience.gov, there are thousands of people helping federal agencies accelerate innovation through public participation, which is exactly what this article is saying not to do. You can explore projects, join communities, and even plan your own citizen science projects. Because this is how science is done. The more people that are gathering data, the more information we get. Now, a group I've been a member of since its very inception, Suspicious Observers, is a group of 500,000 citizen scientists. And what I can attest here is that over the last half a decade or more breakthroughs in plasma cosmology, earthquake prediction, and other avenues of endeavor, including cosmic catastrophe, have come to light, the likes of which no scientist has ever published. And let me bring you back a little bit, back to the 50s, where Nico Times cigarettes was supported by doctors. The smooth taste expectant mothers crave. And then there's DDT. No flies on me, said the baby, thanks to DDT. All these carcinogens, including heroin hydrochloride, used to be prescribed over the counter. And then let's not even get me started with asbestos, nuclear energy, wind power, and on and on. It's a scam. Like bam. I'm going to leave you a response to you must not do your own research when it comes to science. It is a short read with a lot of information. And it brings up topics like climate change and COVID-19. And I won't get into it here. I'm going to do another video on the lies and deception that are going on in the media. Starting with Forbes, that has been bought out, now owned by multinational corporations, which are controlled by the CIA and the UN, by the way. And in fact, you must not do your own research because you will prove them wrong each and every time. I don't even need to convince you. I just need to remind you that each and every one of us needs to do our own homework. It is our responsibility because the world we live in is a world of disinformation, a world of deceit, a world of control, and you're being controlled. Over at Suspicious Observers, there is no control mechanism. Free thought going there. Citizenscience.gov, free community participation in science. But let's just delve into this quickly. Let's talk about fluoride. What do you know about fluoride? If you don't know about that scam where they're actually dumping toxic waste into the public water supply, well, then you've been duped. And citizen scientists uncovered this. Let's talk about climate change. If I had $1 for every time the Arctic ice would not exist, I would have a $20 bill. The Arctic ice should have never formed. It should have been completely gone up to 8 different occasions in the last 2 decades. And it's now increasing in size. Antarctica just its 4th highest level in all record keeping. That's what's going on. You must do your own research when it comes to science. You must not rely on these disgusting fabrications like Forbes of actually information providers. I mean, come on. Give me a break. When an institution controlled by multinational corporations tells you to stop researching what they tell you, you should be very worried. Period. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance, as well as you doing research on your own when it comes to science, because science is not compliance. It's bullshit these days. It's propaganda. Are you going to trust the COVID-19 vaccine? Oh, for goodness sakes. If you paid me $1 million, I would still hold a gun at you and would not take that prick. That's where we're going. Are you with us or are you against us? These multinational corporations are charlatans and liars so that they can gain money in their pocketbooks. And they've done an amazing job over the last 8 months during the COVID pandemic, lining their pockets with billions of dollars. At your, yes, it's going to be, well, just wait and see. Not only is it going to be your fault, but you're going to be sucking at the teats of the corporations that will feed you in the future. Eating the Soylent Green and using the biometric, well, we know where it's going. Are you ready to stand with us? Be safe. We love you. Do your own research. Don't listen to these pricks. Ever. It's only going to get worse. It's tightening up. Tighten up your game. Do your own research. And be safe. We love you. That is a boom.